Anyway, we are here, so we can start with the intro and then we go straight into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Losing in Love podcast with Madam Speaker. My name is Perseverance Marimeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self-Love. If you're joining for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self-love, and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing me. So today, I didn't know what we were going to talk about, and my beloved family on the TikTok side, because obviously that's my comfort zone, they've helped us decide that today we're going to be talking about Kamogelo's response to Koketso's allegations of her being deprived from seeing her children and seeing her children trending on TikTok. And the reason why we're doing this response today is because I did do a video and I posted it across the board for those who did not see, just so that I can be fair. Because when Koketso posted a video about her seeking help, wanting to see her children that she had not seen for 8 months, I duetted that video. We did a live about it and people had their views and opinions. But now also today, because the couple, Kamogelo and her husband, they did a response. So it's only fair that what is good for the goose must also be good for the gander. That's why we are here to address the letter that Kamogelo wrote to us together with her husband, like their joint statement, where they were addressing us as the public to say, listen, our friends, this is our version of the story, right? So that's why we are here now. We are going to be talking about that version of the story. What is your view? What is your opinion? What is your thoughts? You can leave a comment down below and tell us what you think about it. Like I was saying before I actually went live on YouTube, that Mina, usually when I do lives, it's because I'm trying to hide behind other people, because my views, they're kind of like vague. They're not 100% and like they're not firm. So because they're not firm, I would rather hear what other people have to say, and then I just add where I can about what other people are saying. So if you want to add, if you want to be connected with us, you're more than welcome to request as a guest. And if you want to just type it out, it's also okay. But I can't promise you that I will read. And also, guys, once people start talking, please bear with me, because I can't read that far, and I can't divide my attention. So I can't read your comments and also focus on the guest at the same time, right? So you're gonna have to forgive me. I'll read the comments afterwards. Anyway, we have Becoming Advocate Ngobeni as our first guest. I know she's a baby mama, so of course, baby mamas and wives, all of us. This is affecting all of us. We must all be here. My sister, talk to me.
I don't know about being a baby mama, but okay.
Are you not a baby mama, my sister? I have files on you. Pella, there are lives we have done with you before. I can go fetch them.
Yeah, for lack of a better word, we can use that. But I think for me, I'm not looking at it in a sense of being a mother or anything. I'm just looking at it in like an ethics point of view.
Sure.
Whatever I say here, it's just my own viewpoints, not legal advice or anything like that. Okay, just cool. How I see things.
Okay.
I think, right, whether male or female, any person.
Just hold on for me, Zonke. Let me just mute. Oh, she's muted. I just wanted to say, let me mute Zonke so that we don't, because we're hearing some background noise from Zonke. You may proceed, Risi.
I was saying that every parent is entitled to having access to their child, right? And not be at the mercy of any other person to be able to see their child. So this is whether you're male or female. And I always say, I think I'd said in this life, funny enough, we had a conversation about how I said, as a man, should you be with a woman that is depriving the father of their kids to see their child, it could be you in the future, so you mustn't get excited.
Absolutely.
And I think this is also the viewpoint that I have in this situation, whereby if you are seeing your partner depriving their access to their kids, it shouldn't be something that you should be comfortable with, because I think it's a character trait that you must look at.
Absolutely.
Right? But additionally to that, I also feel like, for me, right, if I was Kamo, I wouldn't have done that statement. Why? Because firstly, it's not my kids. The man must handle his own.
Okay.
For her to be the one to be reading that statement, why couldn't he read the statement himself? He's the father of the kids. He should have been the one to read that statement. I feel like it is also putting her on the limelight of negativity and not necessarily the man. Now she's catching heat for something that, yes, to a certain extent she has something to do with, but I could say she's not really involved like that.
Yeah, somebody on the comments,
So for me,
I saw a comment where somebody was saying the reason why she had to be the one that reads is because even the baby mama was addressing her, saying that her kids are trending on her videos. So it felt like because she was the one who was being mentioned and it was her videos and it was her who was being said that she does manala, she had to be the one that responds. I don't know how I'm not so sure how I feel about that. But I'm just responding to saying...
Okay, I think the Manala thing, right? Guys, in life, you need to know what to address and what not to address.
Absolutely.
So what was important to address is basically access to the child.
Yes.
And access to the child has to do with the mother and father of the child. So I personally feel like the man should have just handled his own in that instance. She could have maybe spoken about... The part where she could have maybe spoken was if it had... Now where it comes to posting kids without the consent of the mother, that's when I think she should have spoken. But I think majority of that video should have been the husband who was addressing it. Well, that's how I see it. Because right now, it's like, why is she in the forefront of everything? Whereas the father of the child was just sitting there and keeping quiet. And for me, I'm looking at it as people are now going to attack her and make everything else her fault. And then again, as women, we are moving away from the person who's responsible for the whole entire mess. And I'm sorry, it's the man in this instance. It's the man that is depriving his access to the kids. So he has to first be held accountable before Kamo is held accountable. So this is just mainly how I view everything. And obviously other people could be of different views. But I think that statement, he should have been the one sitting there holding that letter and she holding his hand if she wanted to be supportive, but he had to be the one reading it. And he had to be the one answering to what is being said.
Mina, I feel like, you know what, men get away with a lot of bull. You know, they get away with a lot of crap. I feel like from both ladies, they're letting this man get away with it. Because number one, the wife could have addressed only the husband in that, the ex-husband in that case. Meaning that with her now focusing on Kamo, she's making the husband, she's letting him off the hook. And now Kamo also coming in and speaking on behalf of the husband because of his integrity. Like, this man is a fuck up of a man. Like, he's literally, to me, this is my opinion, by the way, that man is a Latoya. That man is a Latoya. That man. Because, number one, he has... If you hear the statements, that this is... Okay, the reason why I'm addressing it in this manner is because of the fact that I feel like we are forgetting about the main focus, who is the guy. The problem is the guy in this case. And these two women, now even us as the public, we are crucifying these two women and we are forgetting about the common denominator, who is the biggest problem of them all. Exactly. Number one, you get married, you get separated. When you get separated, you make another baby. For me, it's very questionable. It could be even possible that for the reason why the marriage had to come to an end is because of this baby that was made. Because this baby was made while this man was still married. While this man is still married and making another baby on top of the 4 babies that he has with his wife, he goes and he gets engaged to this lady while the divorce is not yet finalized. And after all of that, we don't see any fault in that man. That man must sit there like a nothing, like a piece of a butternut, and he must be defended by his wife, knowing very well that the type of people that we are, we always defend men and we always let men off the hook so much that he knows that we're going to forget about the wife and we're going to forget about him and his fuck-ups. And we're going to focus on the wife and how much, hey, why is she reading a statement? Why is she now the spokesperson of the family? Like a penty. Hey, what? Guys, this man literally gets off the hook every chance. Men get off the hook every chance they get. And Mina, for me, I feel like these two women must come together and beat up this man. That's me.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you've just mentioned the points. 18 as women, we hate each other. The common denominator, an enemy is a man. You would find 2 women fighting over a man. Like they would say, like they would say, a side chick is this and that and that, and swearing at each other, not knowing what the person who is the common denominator, who started this thing, is a male.
He's standing aside,
if we can all understand. Yes, if you can all understand what, yes, if it ends, it ends. So, we are females. And the song, we will, eye for eye, one, Gemina, I would speak about me. This thing of baby mamas and married banbani women, sengiyithatha manje lightly. For me, angizoyithatha as a widow. Angabe ngize ngiyitolerate leyo drama. But I wouldn't have fight omunye umuntu wesifazane if I had to be in that situation. Kodwa la umuntu who had to pull izinto athi no, it can't happen. Angekho umuntu wesifazane who need to, or any other parent that need to be deprived ingane yakhe. Sonke, we need to raise our kids. Irregardless, you guys are divorced, you need to co-parent like professionals. Because if it happens, if divorce happens, it happens. And you need to understand, okay, what daliwe. Now we have to find indlela zokukhulisa lezi ngane. Because you can't even sit with ingane kwi-abusive relationship. Ziyalimala ingane. Ekugcineni ingane are raised better with separate parents. Ithina abantu besifazane esihlulekayo manje. La, an enemy is umuntu wesilisa.
My sister, let me tell you, I absolutely agree with you, because in all the comments, there are people who are siding with Kamo, there are people who are siding with Koki. Nobody is saying anything about how much of a fuck up this man is, because this man is a lato. You get what I mean? For me, that's a problem. That's my problem right there.
Exactly. Like, you know what, P? The first thing, you know, that annoys me with this whole situation is
just hold on for me.
We came out and we spoke about.
No, you can continue now.
We came out and.
Yes, hello. Hi. Okay, cool, no problem. Thanks. Sorry about that. I can still hear you, my darling.
So as I was saying, like when this whole thing came out, we immediately forgot about the fact that our Kamo has kept the kids healthy. You know, we came out and we attacked what she was doing. We were not we forgot that we were looking at healthy kids who are happy. And we immediately forgot that conveniently for some reason. And for some reason, we immediately turned her into the enemy. Immediately, she became someone who is horrible, whom all along was taking care of the same kids that we are now talking about. And we immediately forgot that there is a man involved in this whole situation. It just became a woman against a woman.
Absolutely.
And we forgot that this is the woman who was taking, like, I did not know anything about this lady until you shared a video of the mother. And I went to the videos. Like, I saw she was taking care of the same kids that we are crucifying her for taking care of.
You know, my sister.
And now the statement came out that.
You know, when it comes to us now forgetting what Kamo was doing for the kids, it's because to us now it looks like what she has been feeding us is what is good for our eyes. You understand what I mean? It's not that maybe we should not be grateful or anything. Was there even a need for her to take care of the kids to begin with while the mother is alive and she's being deprived? I think that's the angle where a lot of people's frustrations are coming from. To say it's not about the fact that she was not taking good care of the kids. It's the fact that this person is playing happy family with somebody else's kids while the mother is being deprived to see the children. So it's not that we don't appreciate. You know, it's like what, my sister, what you are saying, ne? It's like when you have been kidnapped, and we must be grateful that your kidnapper is giving you food. Mara, this person kidnapped you at the end of the day.
That is another problem. That is another problem I'm having, sis, is that we got a story from Sis Koki, and then we took it, we reacted. And then we got a story from Sis Kam. We're still running with the stories as Sis Koki. Why are we not taking both the stories and look? What is there a possibility that what Sis Kam is saying is false?
I think that.
Why are we denying the fact that what she's saying is false? It might be true as well. I think what she's saying is false.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to all of us mute and have one person whose mic is unmuted.
Please mute. Because I'm also saying that if we took what Sis Koki and we said is truth and we ran with it, why is it difficult now to accept what Sis Kamo is saying?
But
with the statement and run
okay,
with it?
my sister, ne?
If we were able to question,
Yeah, you see, when it comes
we
to,
may have our reactions.
I beg your pardon?
We may have our reactions and we may have our emotions.
Yes.
But these are the facts that we have on the table.
Yes.
There are children who have a mother. Those children are not living with their mother. They are living with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the facts.
Yes.
And we also know the fact that the mother of the children wants to have her children and to raise them.
Okay.
Those are all facts. So, could Koki be lying? I don't know. But the fact is, her children are not with her. That's a fact that's not disputable.
So basically what you are saying, Doc, is that... So basically, Doc, what you are saying is that if the children were with the mother, we never would have even seen the videos of what is happening in their household.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So, I mean, and the facts are the children are not living with their mother, and the children should be living with their mother, unless there's proof of some serious problem, which at this point we don't have. It doesn't matter what Kamo does for the children and how happy they look. In the long run, this is trauma. They're separated from their actual maternal figure. That's not okay. So the facts we know are that the children don't live with their mother and the children should be living with their mother. And we can just work on that and that alone.
The fact that the kids must go back to the mother. And also, you know, you can still be a good stepmother to your children when they visit. We know these things, guys. I know how to play stepmother. I've been playing stepmother for almost 10 years. You can still be a good stepmother only when the kids visit. Not pretend as if the mother is dead when the mother is still alive. Because for me, I feel like for the fact that there's a hanging case which is not completely consolidated and everything, ne, I would not have the guts to actually be out here happy with somebody else's children who has not seen their children, no matter what the reason is. For me.
Madam Speaker.
Ma'am?
Just to retaliate lapha ya relate lapha ku doc. Yabona usethinte I-trauma.
My sister. Oh wait, zonke sithandwa sami. You know I love you, ne? You know I love you, ne? Do you know I have Kenyan in-laws, including Doc?
Yeah, because all I had is Doc, and then I went, oh man, this.
My sister, please, Zilume, please. I know your English bundles by now, they're depleted, my darling. Please bite your tongue and just try to speak English. I beg you in the name of the Lord, my love.
Okay. All right. Okay. Can I just relate to Dr. statement of
yes,
traumas?
My love.
I have a grade 7 learner who started substance abuse.
Okay.
And we had to sit her down simply because she feels that her mother neglected her. She's being raised by a stepmother, which stepmother takes a good care of her. But she has that trauma of not staying with her mother because her mother had to get married. The traumas that we get in our children is too much. And I have a colleague who's going for 18 years in prison because of a trauma. This year, she was sentenced 18 years because to kill a person, I'm talking about a female, to kill a person to her, it was nothing. If you're dating her boyfriend, she would just say in Zulu, I lose funugufa. This one want to die. And we never thought that lady would do that. We were all shocked until the case was recovered, that even the lawyers, even the witnesses died because she had to be proven guilty because of a trauma that she had while she was young, of being left without her parents, of being deprived the love of her both parents. We had issues that kids have barriers. It's because of traumas they go through. These kids, they might look happy, but they're not happy emotionally.
That one is a problem, my sister. That's my biggest problem. You see, when I zonke, my love, the thing that people are saying that kids look happy, like, guys, are you okay in your heads? Kids look happy. Did you not look happy when you were still 10 years old and you were being abused and you couldn't speak and defend yourself? You looked happy. That's a very reckless thing for people to say kids look happy. Until they grow up and they're 20 and they have to heal from childhood traumas where they were forced to smile, or they were smiling for real, but when they realize, where was my mom this whole time? And now you must come and say, because the kids look happy, we must leave them alone. That's not how it works. So I agree with you, Doc.
Madam,
Good evening, Madam Speaker.
Hello, Mama.
You know, just one thing.
How
one
are
thing
you?
about the trauma. Just hold on. One thing about the trauma, Madam Speaker. You recently on the last opinionated podcast, I think it was, you were talking about divorce, and you said your turning point in your divorce came when your father said, "I'm losing you." And I've heard you talk about your relationship with your father. That's the thing about the children. They pick a parent, usually it's same-sex parent, but for you it seems to be the other sex parent. We pick a parent to define ourselves through. And when you disrupt access to the parent that might be the choice of that child to define themselves through during the stages of development, you completely confuse. You completely confuse and you completely interrupt development, and you completely derail their maturation, which is how you end up in a situation like Zonke was talking about. Their maturation.
And it's so sad, man. It's so sad. Somebody else was saying something together with Doc at the same time. I don't remember who it was. Maybe you might want to unmute and say. Who was saying something? Was it Sagui?
Good evening, Madam Speaker.
How are you, my sister?
Yeah, today I'm very serious and angry.
Please talk. Vent.
How I feel about this whole, apart from the acting where I saw Kamo Pachani and her wife, because clearly that's what's happening there. Guys, according to the Children's Act, there is no parent who is superior to the other when it comes to Vana. The father cannot and has no right to block the mother from seeing the children. Furthermore, he has no right to the blocking now stops the rights and responsibility that states that a parent has a right and the responsibility to maintain a relationship with the kids. I heard on one of the videos that Kamo made, or it was a live, where she said that, yes, I did try to go and see the kids, but they will just lock the gate. I see the kids at the grandmother's house. Even worse, some of the kids stay at the grandmother's house, when this woman is clearly saying, I've been living with these children. I was waiting for them to come back so they can go to school. I'm not saying, I'm trying to put this thing, both parents have every right, and they cannot be stopped, either the man or the woman. They cannot be stopped to maintain the relationship with their children. What is happening, that wife Kamo and this and Koki is definitely wrong. It's very wrong. Kamo, I don't know where she enters, to be honest, Madam Speaker. Kamo is a content creator who's trying to beg big brands, and she's been working with big brands. We are not going to, nobody's going to come here and say the kids look happy. That's invalid. You are right when you say, when we were young, we all looked happy, but we were never really, we grew up to have traumas. So there's no way that whatever is happening in Gabona, those three is right. Especially, it's happening on social media. These kids are old enough. It's gonna affect them. But whatever that Kamo and her wife are doing, or they did, is not making things any better. It's just making it worse. Maybe they could have cut it there where she wrote a letter, and they go discuss with that the mother in private. They give her kids, if the kids must stay with her. If the situation is that the father has got primary residence, that mother must have access anytime, any day.
Sagwadi. People are correcting you. They're saying Kamo and her husband. They don't know that you didn't make a mistake when you're saying her husband. Maybe explain what you mean.
Kamo doesn't have a husband. Kamo is the husband, and then that guy, that person who was wearing a black t-shirt is the wife. That's just the fact. That's just the way it is. Because in some video she said, in that video she said the father gave me consent. Guys, this is how consent with kids work. First of all, Kamo does not have a blended family, because blended family means everybody's getting along. Just like your situation where you had that baby girl and the family gave you had a blended family, everybody was happy. Number two, that wife of Kamo does not have a say, the way I say it. Kamo just says, my wife, we are doing happy content because we want Lifeboy to sponsor us. We want Sunlight to sponsor us. Now we are doing this. The mother's consent is also very important. She did not agree to that. Yeah, guys, as I'm saying, I'm clear. Kamo has a wife. Kamo and her wife were saying some things there from Generation Script. I don't know what the hell they were saying.
Hey, Sagwadi has spoken, guys. If you are watching this video and you want Sagwadi, I have a number. I will send it to you so that you can send her the letter from the other lawyers. Because I didn't say what she said. Views and opinions of the panel are not my views and opinions. They're the views and opinions of the panel.
Was that Sabi who was speaking?
Yeah, she's serious today. She came with a legal podcast
I want a job.
Thingy,
I
account.
want a job here. Since she got fired here, can I have a job here? Since she's now got fired and she now has a new job.
Nepotism, never.
Today she's serious about life.
In-laws here.
So is there anybody else who would like to open their mic and say something?
Can I come in, Madam Speaker?
Yes, my darling, don't even ask. Just jump.
Okay, thank you so much. Greetings, Madam Speaker, and your panelists and your listeners. Now on this whole thing, I want to start with the ex-wife. When the ex-wife was making the video, I did luckily see the video. I think the reason why she mentioned, I'm just trying to touch on the issue that you also touched as I was listening. The reason why she touched on the issue of Kamo, Kamo is the current wife, I think it's because, remember, she was on social media. So I think, I don't know that is what she was thinking. I think it's because she wanted to get the message across, because it is Kamo's account that is used to show her children. So maybe she wanted people to understand who she is relating to, not necessarily to attack Kamo. That's how I understood it. And then going to where she spoke about Kamo's doing nails and everything. Anyway, she has a successful salon from what I can hear here and there. I think she was also trying to say that based on the fact that she mentioned that they say that I think she's psychologically not okay or whatever, or capable of handling the children. So she was saying that me being a professional, I think nurse with what and what.
Who works with a psychological nurse or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, so yes, maybe she was comparing maybe to get points or whatever, but I think it was out of frustration to say, really, if I am this person and she is this person, yes, she's good with her children. And she even said, she is staying with her children. And you can see that she doesn't have a problem. She doesn't say, Mutusi is taking care of Banaba Singh Bahaya. She doesn't have a problem with that. But I cannot even see my children. And whilst on that one, so the problem that I have, not that I'm against Kamo. When I first saw the video of Kamo and the husband, I thought the husband is going to actually come and cover for Kamo, to say, okay, they were on the thing, but then I gave consent. Little did I know that maybe the mother will not be happy about it. But now, because the thing is in court, actually it's me. I thought that guy is going to say, okay, it's me. I allowed it to happen since I am the father, and the mistake I made is just to take the full rights, or whichever way that he can put it. You understand? Not necessarily the person that I feel that did not have a say. I agree with the previous speaker. I think is becoming advocate, who said in that place it was not for Kamo, but however it's affecting her because she put the children on her social media. That's how it's attacking her, and that's why it will sometimes appear as if it's two women fighting, and while we forget about the man. It's just that Kamo took it up the notch by putting the children of another woman without her consent. I want to believe that if
maybe let's say the children were staying with their mother, and then they visit the father. Obviously, she must know the wife and all that. I think when they are visiting in the holidays and she puts them on social media, still she must get the permission from the mother that, because they are visiting and I'm a content creator, is it okay? Because the father doesn't have or maybe the father actually must talk to her and say, you know what, my wife is a content creator, so we don't want, when we do that, the other children to feel sidelined, because we do it together as a family. So we just want to put them in so that you can see that we are happy with them or whatever, something of that sort. But then as they that's just my opinion, but as they addressed it, I felt that the husband didn't say much, but he is the one who was actually supposed to answer, although yes, we can say he doesn't owe us an explanation or what, but the moment they sit and Kamo reads a statement, then that's when we will say, we wanted to hear something from him, not necessarily Kamo, because Kamo was supposed to just distance herself from the whole thing, and the husband come in and say, it's because of me, because Kamo knows the children through me. It's me who brought the children here, or who brought Kamo in this house, or whatsoever. Not for Kamo to come and defend herself, because she is a third party or whatever party, a legal practitioner, will know. She's just an extended person, and she is acting based on what the husband is saying. She's related to the children because of the husband. So there wasn't much that she must say. And in closing, let's not forget that the most important people here, as we were saying, that the villain is the man. I agree, but then the most important people here are the children. There is no child that doesn't want to be with their mother. And social media is facade. No one will show social media there is no way. And there is no one who will say on social media Allah or anything. There is no way. So that's my submission for now.
Aye, amen, my sister. Amen.
Thank you, Milk.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm here with you. You're not gonna see me on the screen for a couple of minutes, but I'm here with you. You can continue. The next person can speak, and then we keep it going.
Camera actions. Is she gone already?
No. Who? Me.
Okay, I was just saying, Kamo made a perfect submission. Thank you so much. Not Kamo, Milk made a very nice submission. Everything she was saying, it shows the most important thing here is the children, and it's not a matter of who's at fault or not. But
absolutely,
there's no child. Even me, I'm 30. My mom died when I was 8. I still want my mom. So yeah, thank you that you made very beautiful points. And yeah, just to correct you, it's Kamo, and that other person there is the wife. Kamo and the wife. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the wife part. You know that wife part, I agree with it. I'm here for Kamo being the blonde girl that doesn't think or doesn't know what she needs to take into consideration that those children have a mother. They just post and carry on with their life, these social media people, and they don't think that that person has a mother. Those kids that she's with have a mother. Why didn't she think about that? Why she starts her life, she doesn't even know the wife, the mother of the kids, but she's involving the kids in her life and doing everything with the kids, not thinking those kids have a mother. She didn't even think about that. She didn't even consider it. She wasn't aware about. She didn't even take that serious. Whatever the husband was whispering, or the wife was whispering in her ears at night, in their bed, sleeping, she took that and she went with that. That's why she was so bold and courageous to go and post those kids and do life with those kids without their mother. I'm here for that. That's my 2 cents.
I still disagree, Sham. Like, I hear everything, but I still disagree.
Can you like, if you give one point that right now you're thinking of that you directly disagree with?
You know what? I believe and I hear that kids are supposed to be with their mother. And I don't agree with Koki being punished and being put through all that is she's being put through. I just don't agree with the hate that is coming on Kamo. Like, there's just something about it that makes me feel like people are just taking out all that they've been keeping inside. They're just pouring it out and saying all these things that they wanted to say to her using this fader of hers. I don't agree with them keeping kids away from their mother. I don't agree with them doing all this wrong thing. But all that I'm hearing here, I'm not hearing people who care about the kids. I'm hearing about people who care about tarnishing a name of another woman. And you can disagree with me all you can, but I hear what you are saying and I hear your points. I hear how wrong it was for her to keep the kids away. But what I get from all of this is the hate that we have towards God.
Okay, so personally, I don't have any hate towards either of these women. I actually come at this from the perspective of being a child who was raised by a stepmother. And for me, my criticism with Kamo is or at least with your support of Kamo, is the assumption that she can somehow be beneficial to the children. And that's where I'm coming from. For example, when I was talking about the development of a child, I was 12 when my mom died and I had to start living with my stepmother. And I can tell you, in terms of my self-identity, it was a good thing that I was far enough. I had decided who I was, but I was just thinking as this podcast was going, as we've been having this life, that one of the ways in which it has affected me is in terms of even relationships growing up. I have a serious distaste for anything domesticated and female, but that's mostly because when I got into that stage, into my teenage years, as I was defining my personality, defining who I was, the people who was around me, the role models, the people I was supposed to fashion myself after, was my stepmother. And this was someone that I knew deep down that my mother absolutely hated and disliked. And so I had a very, I was repelled by anything she was. I didn't want to be anything like she was. And that ended up taking away from me some of the feminine aspects of being, a woman, really, because what things it's so difficult, because what I'm trying to say is the betrayal. Those children, even when they smile, if they are old enough, they are in a situation where even when they smile and they're happy and they're on social media, meanwhile they know their mother is unhappy because she doesn't have them. They feel like they are personally betraying their own mother. It's very psychologically difficult on a child.
Doc, I hear you, but what we are saying, everything that we're saying about their feelings, it's an assumption. Like, I don't have a solid proof of Kamu denying her access. I don't have solid proof of any passion that we are having against Kamu. That's why it's difficult for me. No, wait, Taps, let me finish. Wait. The evidence that we have is the statements of these people. And from both of them, I don't see a valid reason why we should be bashing on the other woman. Unless you can convince me that go see this and this and this, it shows that she's actually against the mother. Like, that would help me to be on the other, to choose a side. But at this moment, I don't see evidence of her being the bad person that she's portrayed. Like, in every life, she's this horrible person. And I don't see evidence of that.
So what I am saying, personally, I don't think that she's a horrible person. But what I am saying is that her confidence. So, for example, you're saying we don't have any evidence of the feelings that these children could be having. Okay, it's the worst case scenario. But the problem is the possibility of that worst case scenario existing is the reason why we exist as a society, to hold each other off. We have to make sure where there's a possibility of a worst case scenario, but there's a possibility that it's not happening. We have to protect against. We have to move into a situation like the worst case scenario was possibly happening, and protect the weakest people, like the worst case scenario was happening. And these are the children. If they don't feel that way, it's okay for them to not feel that way back with their mother, because then we don't have to make any assumptions. We don't have to worry about our assumptions being wrong or being right. We don't have to worry about the things we don't know or we do know, because they are in the place where they rightfully should be, where we know that things are supposed to proceed on a natural process. For me, it's not about whether she's a bad person or not. It's about she needs to question her confidence in that she is good for the children. That she cannot, because she does not know enough, because these children have not progressed enough. There's a future, and I am a product of a future that's similar. And I can tell you what that future looks like in some instances. And she has no right to put that kind of possible future in front of those kids in order to say she's a good person. It's not okay.
Doc, even with the assumptions that are made on the comment section, Mina, when I gave birth to my child, my mom wanted to take her, and when you say, no, you are working, we can take your child and you can raise her. I'm the person who refused. I'm the person who said, I'm going to raise my child the way that I believe I should. My point is not that Koki is being treated well, or like I'm not standing with Kamo and I'm not standing with anyone. I'm just in this position where I feel like we are all hating Kamo, and we don't even have evidence that points to her as being as evil as we are portraying her. When I see Doc, you might say you are not portraying her, but every life is portraying her as the evil stepmom.
Okay, Slee, can I just go back to the statement for Doc? Doc mentioned that the wife did a background check of what was happening between the mother of the children and the father. When you're getting married to someone, you need to do a background check of his family, relatives, even his religion. You need to know all this kind of sort. So if they knew, or if this wife, for me, I'm just going to take it on the wife's side, if they had a good relationship with the baby mama, this wouldn't have been an issue. This wouldn't have been blown out of proportion like this. Right now, we are speculating. Yes, we are speculating sometimes at some point. But with the valid points, with the point of a mother saying that she's being deprived of seeing her own children while she's still alive. It's not even easy to stay with a stepmother when your mom died. How much more knowing that your mom is alive and she neglected you? Because I'm sure they might be telling the kids some kind of stories. And some of other men are very powerful. Hence I'm saying that if the wife had done a background check, marrying this man and making sure that I'm marrying a good man, because what is happening to a baby mama could happen to her at some point. Another woman could come and do the same thing as this woman is doing. So when you're dating someone, you need, like getting committed to someone, you need to know each and every background of his religion, relatives, beliefs, and everything. This couldn't have been like this if they had the communication. Because now, as we are being told that the mother is being deprived, guys, being deprived of your own children while you're still alive, it's not make sure. Something is
I'm not saying it's correct, ne. Can you tell me what was like I heard her saying the kids were taken as they were going to a holiday and they never came back, right?
Yeah.
Because we are here talking about like the stance that we are having about kids being denied their mother's name. We should have the same stance, because we have mothers who are really neglecting their kids.
True.
We have mothers who really don't want anything to do with their children. We had some girl who came out, their mother had to go take them to some show. And then she was like, you are tarnishing my image. Nah, I don't have time for kids.
But
we have situations like that.
Sly, my darling Sly, do you know that if you have a baby, let's put a man in the shoes of this woman. If you have a baby with a guy and he says he doesn't want anything to do with your child, should he change his mind when the child is now 10 years old and says he wants access to the child? The court can give that person, can grant that person access to the child, right? Meaning that even if this woman didn't want their children in the beginning or whatever that happened, if now she comes back and she says, I want access to my children, she should be able to be given that access to her children. Because yes, you are right when you say there are mothers who neglect their children, the same way that there are fathers who neglect their children. But when somebody comes back, that's why I always say to baby mamas, don't be a bitter baby mama who deprives the father access, because when this man comes back, whether you like it or not, he's going to want access to his children. So even with this woman, for her to get to a point where even if they can say in the beginning she didn't want the children, and now she's coming back, for her to get to a point where she's now even saying, but to saying, I want access to my children, meaning that she could have changed her mind somewhere along the way. And when you are continuing as the wife to post this person's children, and now she's saying, I want access now, today.
Yes, I also wanted to respond to Slee when she said she doesn't understand why it looks like everybody's attacking Kamo. Okay, let me talk for yourself.
Now I'm attacking the husband, even, not even Kamo. The husband is the one who's
yes. I personally don't have anything against Kamo. I think the reason why it looks like, or maybe it makes me feel like she's being attacked, it's because whether we don't have proof or anything which is true, we don't, that she is depriving the mother or whatever. But the fact is, because those children are with her and the mother alleges that she is not given access, then automatically she has a case to prove. She has to prove that we called her, she didn't answer the phone, we took the children to her, she closed the door on us, we asked her to go with them to wherever, and she did not. She has a case to prove. And let's say, for example, as she said on her statement that she didn't come to court, and the fact that she didn't come to court, let's say is true, fine. Then and the court can prove it, can produce documents, and then they still continue to say, no, the children will continue with their father, but still the co-parenting whatever, it must be discussed, because she still has the fact that you have the custody of your child. It doesn't mean that you cannot sit down and have a plan, a parenting plan, whatever, of co-parenting with the father. And even if she did not go to court and they proved it that she didn't even apologize or whatever, she can still go to court and say, but then I want to have a parental plan or a visitation plan, whatever, with the person who's sitting with the children. I agree that you gave him the custody, it's fine, and then I still want to my children to visit me, and it's still within her rights, even if she did not show up in court, she did not honor the date or the whatever, the invitations to court. So that is the reason why she's not we are not saying she's a bad person, but unfortunately, because she is the one who is with the kids now, she is with the husband who is with the kids, let me put it that way, she has a case to prove. Let me, in simple terms, she has some, that's why all questions are going to her, that what did you do when you see that the children are not visiting their mother as much as you are also having access of day to day to your children? What did you do? Yes, the husband is the one, the father is the one who is supposed to handle everything, and she can come out as well and say, but I do not have a communication with the ex-wife, my husband told me this, and then I had to trust my husband for that, and it's okay, it's fine. Then the bite will go on the husband then, and it's okay, it's fine to say, I trusted my husband's words, I took his word when he said they are fine, the mother is okay, the mother said he doesn't want to see the children, so that's why I continued with whatever. Then it will be silent. She proved her case that I was just being a mother, I can't neglect their mother, don't want them because I'm with the father, and that's it.
The other thing, Sly, so hi everybody, the other thing, Sly, is as Kamo as an influencer has sold us this happy family thing. How do you play happy family with another woman's kids when you know she doesn't have access to it? As you want right now you are advocating for we women are the same people that are also hating on Kamo. If we are advocating for women standing up for each other, why didn't Kamo do that as an influencer, as a content creator? Why didn't he stand up for
Koki over her husband. And on her statement, Kamo did a statement not only to clear the air, but to protect herself as an influencer, because that statement was a defense. She was only trying to salvage whatever is left of her dignity, because she said on that statement, after Koki told my husband that she might get a work on another province, me and my husband, meaning she was part of the decision of her and her husband going to court. What were they going to do to court? If she was part of it, why were they going to court? If she was not trying she was not on her husband's side to take away Koki's kids. She included herself. All this time we were assuming, but she gave us confirmation on her statement that me and my husband went to court after she told us that there's a possibility of her going to work on another province. And where was she when the kids' documentation were being stolen on Koki's house? Didn't she play part on that? She cannot tell me that she was not aware of that, because I am pretty sure that she was also helping her husband look for schools for those kids. What was she saying as a woman now? We are not saying as a wife to that man, but as a woman standing up for another woman. What was she saying? We cannot advocate. You cannot hold us accountable for advocating for women when this is the very same person we are looking up to. Remember, if Madam Speaker will do something right now as an advocate for women, we are going to hold her accountable. So
yo, pressure, my sister. If I hit you with a brick now, you're going to hold me accountable.
Yes, and I'm going to call all the ladies to come and...
Where must I get my next husband now? Because I must take from someone.
Hello.
Hello, my sister.
I'm refusing for this card of women hating one another.
Now I still say even now. You see that husband. That husband is on vacation. That husband has been having it easy. That husband is living a soft life with all these women around him, defending him and not holding him accountable for nothing. Nothing. I mean, I'm saying blame the husband. The two women must come together and beat up this husband. Right? That's what I'm saying. Tubbs, where's Tubbs? Where did she go? Because she wanted to say something.
Yes, it's so unfortunate that, guys, we all saying this woman, that woman, that. Matige, let me tell you something.
I'm here.
Some women are very toxic.
I'm here.
You remember, I once told you the story about me, Madam Speaker, about your sister's day in Limpopo, the petty thing is. In my marriage, I was once a maid. That woman there at Limpopo was told that the guy is not married. The guy chased me away from his house, which is my own house. The children are living with the maid. And the guy, because the lady in Limpopo, her daughter used to go to some of the expensive boarding school. And he came back suggesting that he's taking the kids, the twins, to boarding school. And if I was not educated, I was going to lose these kids. That's how the men are. And that's how the women whom they date are influential to them. Because for them, she wanted to win this man. She will do anything, even to look for schools. There's a woman who just said, while the other lady got the documents of these kids, what was the wife saying about that? Even the school need to be held liable for that information, because you cannot take a removal card for a learner without both parents' permission. A transfer card cannot be taken at school without the person who enrolled their child. So some women would want to win a man and act as if they are blindsided. They don't see that this might happen to them. So guys, let's
Mina, this
stop
husband
hating each
shame.
other.
This husband for me is a walking red flag. Hey, Jesus. And for someone who's already been married, for you to be coming and getting married to, guys, I don't know Kamu's ex-husband, the one she was married to before she got married to this one, the problematic one. But I can tell you now, she jumped from the frying pan into the fire. Shame. You can say I'm beat. It's fine. Mara, so them talk about. Hello, Tat.
I'm here, Madam Speaker. You know, Dumelang, yesterday, I told Sly that I'm going to beat her. My main reason is this. Regardless of the facts that we give Sly, she does not want to even listen. There is no way, Madam Speaker, that in my house, I would have the kids that come from those dads that they are coming from without even informing their mother. Ne? And then again, even yesterday, the people who are advocating for Koki, they even stated that, you know what, immediately, now what I believe is that Kamo did this because of she felt that I want to prove to my husband, also reading you love.
How you want to prove a man who has got 5 children? Yes, sir.
7 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I am able of mothering 7 kids.
That's
okay. But here is the problem. Immediately when the woman went to that man, both Kamo and the man, they are narcissistic, Madam Speaker. Listen to why I am saying this. Immediately when the woman went to the man and said, you know what, by January I'll be moving to elsewhere. They quickly ran to court. They put in, the time the woman was relocating, they went to court, they put in days to say that you need to be in court today. And then when they got there, they requested for a temporary custody. For what?
To play blended family.
She is aware, Sly. Listen, Sly now is aware that the kids are staying with the grandmother. And they're commuting from that side to this side. If Kamo is very good and a good woman, wouldn't she let the kids to stay in Pretoria than to travel from Hammanskraal to Captain Park? I was staying in Pretoria before. I'm telling you, from Pretoria, from Soshanguve to Pretoria to town, it is such a hectic job. So imagine traveling from Hammanskraal, meaning that the kids need to wake up, leave home at 3 o'clock. And get home at 8 o'clock. If Kamo is a good woman, you wouldn't allow that to happen to somebody else's child. It's not even 2 hours. Because of you live from Hammanskraal for 1 hour to Pretoria. From Pretoria, you take a taxi to Joburg. From Joburg, you take a taxi to Captain Park. This is somebody's child. And they are all young. So now, Madam Speaker, if this lady was looking for a blended family, she was supposed, you can never blend anything and leave the other thing. Immediately when you leave one recipe, then it's a disaster. And this thing, on Facebook, and we play this lovey-dovey and everything. That is not good, guys. Imagine one day without your kids, how do you feel? And I even wonder if Sly, do you have kids? That you can even spend a week without them.
Hands off Sly. Don't be personal. Hands off Sly. Sly has every right. I'm a Billy. Sorry, checkers. Pick and pay. Sorry, please. Can Sly have her opinion unapologetically? She doesn't have to agree with all of you ladies. You must not be personal. This is her opinion on Kamo and Koki. Don't be asking her about Lapisa. We need the balance. Sly, Lapisa, my sister. Lapisa, my dear.
All right. When I Sly, Lapisa, go name. It's okay.
For me, it doesn't make sense. Like, it really doesn't make sense. Something, according to Shama, it's like something is missing, guys. And until I find that thing that is missing, then I will come to the team. But
no, you don't have to come, my sister. Stay there. Me, I like it when you are there by the corner.
Anybody everybody, what I am here for, Madam Speaker, I am here because of the facts that I got on the ground. But regardless of anything that happened, the woman this far, I can declare to you that for her to be a person who is not mentally stable, that is something that is out of the window. If there is such, in the statement, she was supposed to say that since there is a psychiatric doctor, not even a psychologist, a psychiatrist who is attending to this lady, we are busy now as a family dealing Liena with the lady. That was supposed to be the statement. And the other thing is that who is she to even give a statement on the other family? The husband and the kids are a family themselves. She's not even yet a family as yet.
Where is Sagui? Sagui says he's the wife. Not my word.
Which wife?
Sagui says...
no, she's not Koki's wife. She's
no.
the husband's wife.
Sagui says the husband is now the wife because she's been spoken on behalf... He's been spoken on behalf of by the wife.
Yes,
that's
saying that.
Sagui, not me.
I'm agreeing with Sagui. She was supposed to come in that, guys, I've seen that this is this thing that is going around of my family and my new wife or my wife and my ex-wife. I would like you to give us time to discuss this thing. Yes, I've got the kids. Yes, I've got the custody of the kids. It was not fully discussed. And then now we will sit down and discuss it. The husband.
But the husband who
not the other way around.
But the husband ate a penty, my sister. I saw a comment here. It's a comment, it's not me.
Oh, okay. I thought it's...
it's a comment.
For me.
And not just like the thing you were talking about, Sis P, today, that men can just decide that your reality is not reality because someone now is demanding proof that he was married to someone else. So, like, you guys are benching this man and putting him on the other side. We quickly forgetting that men can be snakes.
Guys,
and the reality that you are saying that Kamo did not have.
Sly,
the reality that she was told.
Sly, when I get sharp, okay, do it.
all I'm saying is that, guys, the confidence you have in men to make... My sister, stop speaking that language. Even that's not even my language. I said speak English. I have my Kenyan in-laws on this live. Don't bring that language of yours of the Northern Sutu. Guys, Mara, the guts. Mara, where do you get the audacity to stand next to a man and make a joint statement? Yes, you can go and join private parts with a man, go to court and sign with a man. To stand next to a man and make a joint statement.
You stand be next to that person and you support.
And then, Lady T, you know what the husband says at the end of Kamo, the whole statement that Kamo did, and he says, we are going to the court, making sure that Koki gets access to her kids again.
To the kids in a monitored way. So meaning that now we are even ignoring.
Saying the only thing that written rehearsed statement was for Koki to salvage her social media profile so that we can join and I for one am the one that was inspired by the Black Love and the blended family, and now you are telling us that the blended family was not the blended family.
It's a social media. You will learn, my sister, that social media is for fake, is for playing. You will learn.
And we should also agree that maybe you guys are disappointed at yourselves also that you believed something that was not false, that was false, and you are just lashing out now.
Now all I'm saying is give the mother the children. Full stop.
Defending her. It's because you are also told by what she has told us.
You know, Super IC is saying Sly has a point. Guys, now the point of Sly is that we should
yes, Mama. Tabs. But I'm even spraying on you guys. Tabs, please give advocate.
We are not mentioning here.
Give Risi a chance to speak.
What we are trying to show here is that what we are trying to show Sly here is this is a very complex issue in a way, but the side that we are trying to show Sly and the others who are in defense of Kamo is that we do not care about all the nitty-gritties that are attached to this issue. All we care about is for the other woman to see her kids.
Take the
That's
children,
all we care
give the
about.
mother.
As for the nitty-gritty of the matter, we do not enter anywhere, we do not feature anyway. But our outcry is that, can Koki have access to her children? As for the jealousy, us being jealous of Kamo and everything, we actually loved her content because we did not know what is behind her content. But now that matters are arising to say that this is the situation, we just want the poor woman who carried the children for full 9 months to have access to her own children. That shouldn't even be a question. Listen, it doesn't matter whether she's mentally disturbed or she's what, we do not care. We want the poor woman to have access to her children. As for who must live with the children, the courts will decide. Maybe there is something that we don't know. Maybe Koki is not divulging information of full information of how they got to live with the kids. We do not care about that. Can the lady please just have access to her children? Sly, you are failing to comprehend that. Leave the jealousy alone. Koki is way younger than Kamo is way younger than some of us who are advocating for this. We wouldn't even be jealous of her. She might be the same age as my firstborn. I wouldn't be jealous of her, but all we want is for the poor woman to have access to her kids. They can solve all these other matters on their own. You people need to comprehend this. We want the woman to have her kids.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank
That's
you.
on her.
I never said.
I
never
wanted
said-
to add something,
I never said
Slane.
Koki should never have access to her kids. I advocate for that. My problem is how people are lashing out on Kamo. That's the only problem.
It's okay.
I have.
Okay, my sister, I hear
And
your
she's
problem.
as
Mara, all we are
having
okay.
kids.
I think the part you are missing, Sly, I was with you. Sometimes, I don't understand. Like, I was with you, Sly, ne? But the part that is the bottom line, which now we are saying, just take that part alone, is that woman must have access to her children. The attacks on the adults and them attending therapy and talking about how them being attacked by us jealous people made them feel and everything. It's fine. We will resolve that. We'll come and say kumbaya. Mara, in the meantime, can she be given her children?
And Madam Speaker, there's one thing that I want us to look at here. What Koki is requesting, it's so clear. The kids are now staying with the grandfather. One makes it difficult for the kids to be with the mother during the week. Then on Saturday, Kamo and the husband goes to pick up the kids because they only create content from Saturday on the breakfast until Sunday. That's it.
I will send you to your maker.
The husband is also not even taking full custody of the kids because of he's not staying with the kids.
Yeah, I will send you to your
Already,
maker,
if
my
you say you
sister.
have custody, you even fail the custody.
Wait. I think I missed a point, which you just wanted to get clarity on. So he took the kids to go stay with
To the grandmother.
as a parent.
Yes, he only took the girl child.
Now that's nonsense.
And Madam Speaker, listen to this. There's some of the things that we say here. There is one thing that I can tell you about weight. Whatever you perceive here to be a motivational speaker or to be a woman, whatever that you say here, we take into cognizance. Immediately, there's a video, all the time when we were talking about step parenting, and I even said it on your live that if you have a stepmother, make sure that you have peace. She stated that you need to make sure that you have peace so that the stepmother does not even poison your kids. On a video, imagine if you are the mother of those children that were taken while you told them that today I am going to find a job elsewhere. And then when you come back to say, bring the kids and bring the maintenance. And the husband says, no, the maintenance for what? Because I have the kids. And she said, where did you take the kids? And they said, no. We got a temporary custody on your absentia.
And then we take the kids wherever we want. Ah, that's nonsense.
And we take the kids to the grandfather. What is that? If you are saying that you need custody of your kids, can you stay with the kids, the 7 of them in the house?
And the assumptions of them saying that Koki is not well, it means it shows that she was fighting for her kids and they were coming up with excuses. That's why they were even claiming that she's not well in the head.
Dinero, the fact that when Koki left, I agree, when Koki left to go to find a job elsewhere, she graduated, I think, somewhere around 2020. This is her first job that she got. Immediately when she said, I'm finding a job elsewhere, that is where they started declaring her being not mentally fit, not being a good parent to the kid.
When I Tabs, my sister, I have a question for you. When would you be well? When your husband of 4 children has made another baby, even before the divorce has been finalized, there's another baby in the room. Would you be well? Because Pella, remember this other baby was made while they were still married.
Let me tell you. Let me
Nonsense.
answer you. Remember, the child that is there in the middle came in the presence of Kamo and also in the presence of the lady Koki. I wouldn't even be any of the wives. I would never stay with a person who would say that, yeah, now you will have kids all over.
That's what I'm saying. The common denominator is this man that we don't want to talk about, we don't want to address. We are busy talking about the 2 women. Nagiri, let's gather together and go give that man a beating.
Fix a poison and now I'm fixing this poison to be okay. They both chose this poison, and now that they are populated within that poison, they want us to come in. We want the kids to go to their mother. Their mother is looking for the kids.
Mara, the father is trash.
Of whether they have a blended family, of whether they cook nice or whatever. Mina, I don't even care. I don't even love one of them. I want the kids to go to their mother. Of whether we love or we hate or not, it's not. And I even contributed to that their court case. When I get my orders tomorrow, I am paying another money on top of that one.
Can I ask, where is the middle child, the other child?
They said they chose on the statement to say we would rather not speak about this one.
The child is with their mother.
Then they said they're not going to talk about. Yeah?
The child of the side chick, the other side chick, is with their mother.
And it shows that Koki was never bitter about this, because she was adhering to the parental plan from that divorce. The fact that she was even honest to them from the beginning that I might be moving to another province, so we need to talk about that was her putting it on the table, that we need to talk about how are you going to do this parenting thing now that I'll not be in the same place as you. And then me and my husband went to court.
Imagine, who are you to even go to the people of this caliber are the ones who accompany their men to this thing, to divorce courts.
Other women.
Violet are lima mene mene, lina basadi lima mene mene. I don't know why Violet is here in the midst of my mene mene. Are lima mene mene.
You know, Madam Speaker, now this is a blended family of 10, including the helper and the gardener. How about the child that is there and the other one that is left in Klepkat? Why is not the kids part of this good blend?
Hey.
Why is those kids, the other kids that are in the midst, not part of the blend? Because of Koki is the weakest link.
No, I agree. Remember Koki.
Brought it here.
My sister, remember Koki.
She should have gave you. You know, Madam Speaker, there's sometimes where you can ask God to say, God, can you give me this person on behalf of the other one to deal with?
My sister, remember Koki. Koki is not a content creator. She's a muruti. She's a pastor, that one. They never saw her coming with this. They never thought one day the blended family situation will be here on the Peppermint. They didn't see it coming.
You know, a prayer it's such a heartwarming. I didn't even know that she's the one who's going through this. I went through a page and I'm thinking that this woman is praying for every woman. And I'm telling you, Madam Speaker, you know, they are sweet. They are not sweet. They are sweet. We take advantage of them.
Namara, I'm still saying, guys, okay, let's wrap it up. Guys, it's 10 o'clock. Some of us, we still have to go to Morevas tomorrow morning. My own 2 cents, ne? Now my own 2 cents in closing is that give the mother the children. I cannot carry children. Guys, I cannot carry children for 9 months for someone to play blended for a family. I love Koki. I love Kamune. I'm still friends with her unless she decides to unfollow me. But the children must go to the mother the same way you are staying with your own children. That one will be like a jiggy. The other stuff, the jealousy, the what we can address, but the children, the mother must be given access. Full stop. For me.
And the footing perseverance. This is what I wanted to say when Slay was busy saying that people are hating. I think she used a very strong word. She said people are hating Kamo, and I don't think it's that. It's just people calling out what is wrong. And another thing is that guys going on social media is a last resort. I don't care who does that. But you must just know that when a person goes to social media, it means they've exhausted all other methods, and now they are trying to get help, like wherever they can get it. So when you go to, I'm a machonisa. So if a person does not pay me, I try by all means that I get my money. Posting on social media is my last resort. You understand? So I don't think there is a mother who is who is in a very good state of mind, would go to social media and cry like that. For something that could have been just easy.
And at that point, so you are ready to say, I'm letting it all go. I don't care if I lose, I've already lost. At that, when you go to social media, you at the point where, like, I've already lost everything now. There's nothing more I can ever lose.
Now she kept saying, guys, there's no evidence of ABCD, but things are happening. And like people are saying, for an instance, these kids are not staying with her at the house. They are not. No. They are not staying with the husband and the wife. Yeah, understand? So why
they are only called when it's time to do content.
Jesus. Me now with my kids.
That is Dineo who said that. Madam Speaker,
I will go to Sun City Maximum Prison. Me with my children. I will go to Sun City.
You know what happened to my friend, ne? She was in the same situation as Goki. Eventually, she got sick from nowhere and passed on. The kids, I kept calling the ex-husband to find out how far they are. The kids coming.
He's going to block you.
And he said, yes, we're catching the first flight to East London and then we'll drive from there. I was like, but I asked you if I can travel with the kids and then you can come later. You refused. Now that 7 o'clock flight is so much of a risk. Guess what? The kids were not there to even bury the mom. It was such a sad situation. These men bully you while you're still married to them, and then when it gets to court, they act like you are insane. They make means to prove it. There's even Facebook groups that are hidden. Someone sent me screenshots of how they cook, how they cook each other to convince the court that the ex-wife to be is mad.
Share that information.
Kids like that.
Madam
So
Speaker,
it's not that you neglect your kids. Yes, she relocated as well to PE because she could not take it. You cannot be living in Randburg. Your kids also stay in Randburg, but you don't have access to them. That cannot be nice. It's very painful.
And Akona, let me tell you the main reason why these men do this. They are trying to run away from maintenance.
Yes.
That is. I'm telling you right now, they are trying to run away from maintenance.
I agree.
Yes. They think if I give this woman my money, she's going to take my money and go and eat it with her boyfriends, and they are running away from maintenance. They want the kids to be where they can control how much food we can buy them. That they don't want someone calling and demanding. The kids don't have this. The kids don't have that. That is meant for you. And I honestly feel sorry for people who are still here and they are advocating for men. I feel sorry for them. But in closing, I just want to say this issue of jealousy and it is because of people like Sly that make us to defend even more. If it wasn't because of them saying that no, but this one is also wrong. We were not going to drag this issue. They are making us to drag this issue because we are trying to prove to them that, listen, all we want is for the woman to see her kids. And when they are dragging the issue, in the midst of all of that, they come back again to say, no. But you guys are speaking from a point of jealousy. So if we didn't have them saying the things that they were saying, the issue was not going to be dragged. Can we just, women just be women and support? A wrong thing is a wrong thing, a right thing is a right thing.
Amen.
We cannot say people must support a wrong thing because it's done by a woman. No, but this one, guys, just give the poor woman her kids.
Amen.
That's all we are asking for.
All we are asking for, give the woman her children. That's it.
And you can be a girl's girl. You can be a girl's girl, but still be an honest person to say this is black. When it's black, guys. Even if you are going to look like you are not supporting another woman, but if it's a woman that is wrong, be able to say that.
I mean, I could never.
I'm still a girl's girl.
I could never be jealous of a woman who is wifing a man who has got 5 children. Where must the money to take care of those 5 children come from? Like poverty.
Because you forgot the other ones. Why did you leave the other ones?
Which one?
Which one? Why did you leave the other kids on 5?
Hey,
Also, I love what you said, Sly, that your mom offered you a helping hand because she thought you were still working a first-time mom, so she wanted to help you raise your child. But you love your child so much that you couldn't take the offer, even though you know that it comes from a good heart. So imagine when your kids are being taken and you've got no access to them, you can't even talk to them on the phone.
Dineo, Mina, you're getting me wrong. I never said what is happening is right.
Yeah.
I'm still standing on my point. I don't like all the passion that is towards Kamo and not her husband.
There I agree with you.
Focusing
Like
on the wrong enemy.
the husband is also is trash. Is the biggest problem of them all.
Unfortunately,
I think they're missing this thing.
yes, unfortunately, it's like Oti is the one posting about the blended family when the family is not as blended.
Yes, and again, we are talking about the enabler here. The reason is because of there wouldn't even be this issue if this enabler was not there.
This man will be evil no matter the wife he gets. Even if it was not
we cannot even change that man, but we cannot allow any other woman to come and implement or give us the other side of that evil man. This man needs to take accountability.
You see what
that he stepped into the other ones in the wrong side slide. No.
Like, she had a chance to say on that statement that this is between my husband and the mother of his kids. I'll be supporting my husband. But she did not say that. She said me and my husband went to court after she said she's going to a new province. Me and my husband.
I want to ask Usle a question. I'm not sure if it was Lady TCM or it was Aus Mohadi who was saying there's a statement that she actually made Kamo on one of her videos saying that for a blended family to work well, these are the things that you actually, and one of the things she mentioned was that you must be in good terms. You as the current wife, you must be in good terms with the mother of the kids that you are staying with or whatever the situation. Now because now you want us to bring us files, to bring you files, sorry, right? So did we say that was okay? I mean, it was okay for her to come and portray that picture to us, and not only portray that picture because you're going to say we assume, also say it as if it's something that she's doing here.
The fact that she said that, and then you guys are denying the fact that maybe Koketso might also be lying. Why are you not taking that into consideration?
It's okay. She might be lying, Mara. She doesn't have her children. Can you give her children? Can she lie while she's with her children?
But it's possible that she might also be lying. Let's give her her children, yes.
Can you come to take my child?
That she might be lying.
Let her lie while she's having her children.
Because another person, remember guys, we have mano of friends. Another friend might have been telling her, go do this on social media.
They have not denied.
And she might be falling into the trap of another evil friend.
So you guys can I ask like
Possibilities of the story. You are going with this one. But there's another possibility that there might be a Janelle somewhere telling her, baby, can do this. And it might not be the whole thing that
Hey, Jesus.
They have not denied that she has not seen her kids.
guys, now, Madam Speaker, I want to ask Sly something. Just one question. Sly, if Koki is lying, don't you think that yesterday on the statement that was given by Kamo, she would have not clarified that?
Exactly.
But her statement was clarifying it. She was clarifying it. You
Clarified nothing, my sister. What was there to clarify?
Sly, did Kamo say,
the implication of her statement was saying that Koki is lying. The implication of the statement.
Did you see that man? Oh, Sly. Did you see that man?
She say that? Where did she say? Did she say that you are lying? It's only 3 months that I have the kids.
Implication of the statement is saying that Koki is lying.
No way.
That's lie. When you are Gamu somehow, I believe you are Gamu behind you. There's Gamu, or maybe, or maybe you are the helper Gamu behind you.
Sly for president.
Reality and one side of the story. And
Sly, you are Winnie Mandela. May you multiply, my sister.
Sly, tell me that you are not connecting from Gamu's Wi-Fi. Tell me that.
She's busy allowing me to connect. But then, guys, the thing is, I'm very analytical when it comes to things. I don't take one side of the story. I look at so many possibilities, and that is what makes me
Madam Speaker, you know the house is not in order now because of
there are other possibilities, guys, and I don't want to be the one coming up and having to apologize to people, but there are other possibilities.
Sly, when we won. Bonavai 10. We have a slice again. We have a slice again.
Madam Speaker, I don't even care what Mutusi does or what Mutusi goes or whatever he does. The one that I'm talking about now is this one who brings even the kids to social media. Remember, the kids that you are posting today are the same kids who will go through the trauma of social media.
Whose kids? Mine. Mine.
As old as we are, coming here.
Nanga Roba slender now. I would sit on top of a slender here.
There might be a reality that I'm thinking I'm doing a right thing, isn't it?
Sly, when are we won? Sly, we won. Sly, we won. Bonavai 10.
The reality, the other part of the story that I'm bringing in table is maybe the mother was in all of this. She's just now bringing you a story that you guys are taking because of your own traumas, and you are running.
No. Theoretically, analytically,
you guys, we women have traumas. Some of us, husbands left us for the younger kids. Some of us,
everybody on earth has traumas.
Lady, that's what I'm saying. There is another reality that we are not accepting, that this woman might actually be now coming up with a soul.
Meaning it is Sly we won. Sly we won. Bonavai 10. You have a slicer. Umboro guy won. Guys, let's wrap it up.
You can't analyze.
Guys, let's wrap it up. So now our traumas are looking for kids. Madam Speaker, one of the positive things that I took out from here is that
Lady Tina, the reason why I have such skepticism is because I have an aunt. My little sister was killed and slashed all around, with the aunt who left my little sister with the other kids to like she was the mother to her little sisters and brothers. This woman would go out and gallivant outside and come back. Like, it took her 5 days to report my little sister missing. Mainly because she was not there when
that
the
aunt who has the kids who have been slaughtered and everything can be Kamo in this case.
No, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, even though we have a mother who is crying for her kids, I also have a problem with mothers who actually neglect their kids and come back later and create a story. And because we are women, we are going to feel for you and take your side.
So Marasla, you mean to tell me Ori? Oh, I'm a
Are you aware that the woman?
So Sly.
Are you aware that the woman we are talking about is a pastor?
Sly.
I have a question.
Sly way.
to ask Sly.
So we are the ones who are reacting via trauma. When it's not trauma on your side, it's only trauma on our side. On you is not trauma, my sister.
Your trauma is now your trauma is telling us that the woman is neglecting the kids. That's why they took the kids. While the woman requested the man to say that I'm looking for a job and I'm starting a job elsewhere in January across the province. Can you have the kids in the meantime?
That is the story we have.
What you are doing, Sly, is what you are doing is exactly the same thing that people do. In actual fact, let me make a very straightforward example. When a person says, I have been raped by so and so, you want to go around and come with other scenarios that might actually
might have made the person to rape that person.
Wait, Sly. Now you want us to talk about other scenarios that have nothing to do with what we are discussing today.
But it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
As Latina here, we are not talking about possibilities.
Yes, the possibility.
But that's why I'm saying you can't be true to yourself and in your opinion if you don't look at other possibilities.
But every time you speak,
because you are not just emotionally reacting.
Sly, every time you speak, we keep quiet and we listen to you until you finish. So please, I think also, Madam Speaker, you must have moderators as well. Another thing that you are doing is now you are trying so hard that we actually see what you see on your side when we are also showing you that we're actually standing here and we don't see what you see. Now this is the evidence and like these are the files. We're coming here and we're saying this is what's happening at this point in time. Like, no, girl, you can't be ignorant like that. You can never.
Sly, where do you draw your moral
if I'm gonna choose one part of reality, that's me being ignorant and using my own emotions to analyze the situation. But then we can't come here and look at one part of the story and
guys, can we wrap up?
I'm gonna leave you guys here now.
That's why I asked you, have they denied that they kept the kids? Have they denied? Did they say no?
They didn't deny.
Kids on Monday. She saw the kids on Monday. She saw the kids 3 months back. She saw the kids 2 weeks ago. Did they say that? No, they didn't. So the only reason you keep saying that no, there's a possibility that this is what, but they did not say no. She saw her kids 2 weeks ago. She saw her kids 2 weeks ago. She saw her kids, and we looked for her. We couldn't find her. We called her. She didn't pick up. Nothing of that.
That's what that statement is saying.
But Sly, can I ask, when do you stop analyzing and start quantifying and qualifying your statement? When do you do that?
The thing is, their statement is implying that they are trying to get her to have her kids, but then she has been the one who is rejecting. That is their statement.
But now you have said yesterday that is a lie. If that was true, from January to now, when the woman was emailed talking to them that I am looking for my kids.
Lady TCM, can you just hold on a little bit? I want to ask this woman just a simple question. Sly, where do you draw your moral compass?
What do you mean?
How can I put this?
Because one thing I know is, let me tell you one thing. My daughter, 5 minutes she goes outside, I don't see her. I'm crazy. Yeah. The whole campus would know that my daughter is not in the house. So for 10 months, we are only hearing this noise.
Sly, I can ask you to hear when the lady was saying that there's a letter that was submitted at the kids' school, so that says that the mother should not access the kids.
Let me finish, Lady TCM. I want to.
But the other statement is telling you
Did you listen to the whole video?
Yes, I did.
Did you listen to the whole video? I think you're having problems with comprehension. I honestly think that you are having problems with comprehension because she did mention that for the past 8 months, she has been trying other ways, and she's even suspecting that the guy is bribing here and there. She did say that.
And that's why she's saying, yes. That's the problem I'm having. That's why she's saying. What is the evidence?
Mara, Sly, I agree the evidence. The guy was going to come and say, I'm denying what she's saying.
They went to court today. The magistrate is not even aware of the issues they are talking about.
Guys, good night. Let's wrap it up.
To the same statement that we were listening to, because you seem to have a different view.
I do have a different view, but that is fine. That's what I'm saying. Just by me, wait. Just by me having a different view. Look at how many women have attacked me.
When are we one? When are we 10? When are we one? When are we 10? When are Sly? We have a Slice. Are we one?
Are we supposed to protect you even when you are saying wrong things?
I have a different view, but you guys are protecting women.
We will tell you that you are wrong and you are taking it out from somewhere else.
When are we one? It's like my president.
For saying nonsense.
No, guys, it's fine. Like kids should go back to their mother, yes. But let's stop hating one another and trying to put it out as, no, we are here for the kids.
No. We don't hate anyone.
No, we don't hate anyone. Madam Speaker,
hey.
I for myself.
Genuine. When
I
you
don't
are genuine
hate
about
anyone.
things,
Not the lady or anyone.
So here's the thing, right? And this is my opinion. I've just been listening to everyone speak. And I think in closing, what I can say is that we need to stay away from this. I would like to say it's a form of gaslighting, right? Where when people call out the wrong that another woman is doing, we say that it's hate, it's jealousy, or things like that. You can be a girl's girl, but still calling somebody out for what they're doing. And you can be someone that stands with women by actually you calling out any injustice that they could be doing in society. My viewpoint is that every parent has got a right to see their child. Whether or not people are not agreeing, whether or not people have separated or whatever those things or whatever is happening in their relationship, that has nothing to do with the child or the kids that are involved in this situation, right? So what the right thing to do here is both the parents must be able to have access to their kids. And both the parents must be able to parent and make decisions pertaining to their kids. I don't think that there should be any parent who now has power over the other. I don't think that is fair. And also, in closing, what I could say is, Sly, I don't know what where your views are coming from, but if you are ever going to stand for a society that is progressive, you ought to also be able to speak about the things that even people around you that you like, when they're doing wrong, you speak out on it and you call it out. Because what you're doing now is basically saying that by people saying that Kamo is wrong, they are hating on her, which I don't think it's hate. It's mainly being objective about the situation to say, if both parents have got the right to have access to kids, why is this one parent depriving the other parent of having access to her kids? So that's all I have to say. But
I see, Vale. Let's close it, guys. Sly, don't open your mic.
I learned so much from you guys.
Sly, don't open your mic. Lady TMC, don't open your mic.
It's already open, Madam Speaker.
Guys, good night. Let's wrap it up. I think let
me say good night, ne? Let me say good night. Sly, on the 12th, they are going to court in Guatemala, somewhere around your spring side.
Who's going?
You need to go and support both the ladies.
Who's going to court?
The Kogi, Koki and the husband of Kamo. I'm not sure if Kamo will be
They are going to court.
Maybe she needs
We'll
to
be
support
there.
the husband.
We'll be there.
Yeah, so that is the date. Mina, tomorrow, when my orders comes out, I am paying to support Koki.
Amen. Thank you very much, guys.
So that
you know what?
The kids.
We appreciate every single one of you who has engaged here, including Sly and everybody. Mohadi, we appreciate you, y'alls. Akona, T, Risi. I appreciate you guys and everybody else who's been engaging on the comment section and also on the YouTube side, guys. Thank you so much. Please continue the conversation in the comment section. Sly, they're coming for you, but I know you don't care a damn. I'll see you on the next one. I love you for standing for whatever, even if it's wrong, for standing for yourself. We won, but by 10. So, Slides. Bye-bye.